If you're still doubting Geno Smith, now might be the time to reconsider. The upcoming NFL season could be the one where he proves he's more than just a comeback story. He might just turn elite. Let's start with the most important factor. The Raiders believe in him. When an organization shows full confidence in its quarterback, it can be a massive boost. Geno has that backing, and belief like that matters, not just for morale, but for performance. And guess who else believes in Geno? PeteCarroll, who coached him during his resurgence in Seattle. Carroll had high praise, calling Geno a true leader and even referring to him as an elite quarterback. That's no small compliment, especially coming from a coach who's won both a Super Bowl and a college national championship, something only a few coaches in history have achieved. Carroll highlighted Geno's dedication, leadership habits, and his consistency, being the first on the field and the last to leave. He's shown what it means to lead, both by example and execution. That foundation built in Seattle is now something the Raiders hope to build upon. But it's not just about Geno. Quarterback success depends on the system around him, and the Raiders are setting things up well. For starters, Geno now has access to football minds like Tom Brady, who brings decades of experience, a winning culture, and a mindset that pushes those around him to be better. Learning from Brady can sharpen Geno's already impressive traits, like pocket awareness, deep ball accuracy, and command of the offense. The front office is also in sync. The Raiders GM has a proven track record with veteran quarterbacks, having helped revitalize Baker Mayfield and even played a key role in bringing Brady to Tampa Bay, a move that led to a championship. PeteCarroll, now leading the Raiders, has a history of turning quarterbacks into winners. He helped Russell Wilson become a star, and he played a major role in Geno's NFL revival. Bringing Carroll and Smith back together gives the team a familiar and successful dynamic. Then there's the offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly, known for creating quarterback-friendly systems. With his fast-paced, innovative schemes, Kelly could help Geno maximize his potential and keep defenses on their heels. Put it all together: belief from the organization, coaching continuity, a winning culture, and strong mentorship. And Geno Smith has everything he needs to succeed in Las Vegas. And if things go right, this might be the year he becomes a true elite quarterback in the NFL. Let's talk coaching, because Geno Smith isn't stepping into just any system. He's surrounded by some of the most experienced quarterback minds in football. The Raiders' offensive coordinator recently helped guide a national championship team, showing he knows how to develop talent even when working with quarterbacks who aren't considered top tier. He's coached a wide variety of quarterbacks and consistently found ways to bring out their best. His understanding of X's and O's, combined with PeteCarroll's leadership and communication skills, creates a powerful combination on the sidelines. Add to that Greg Olson, one of the most respected quarterback coaches in the league. Olson has been part of some of the NFL's most notable offenses, working with names like Derek Carr, Matthew Stafford, and yes, even Geno Smith. He's been trusted by coaches like John Gruden, PeteCarroll, and Sean McVay, all of whom have recognized his ability to elevate quarterback play. That kind of track record means something. Now let's talk numbers, because Geno's stats don't lie. Over the last 4 seasons, according to Warren Sharp's advanced metrics, Geno Smith has been the most accurate quarterback in the NFL. In 2024, he finished 5th in completion percentage, 70.4%, and 3rd in on-target throws of 10 yards downfield, a range that's critical for moving the chains consistently. But Geno's success isn't just about him. It's also about what the Raiders are building around him. Take wide receiver Jakobi Meyers, for example. He was the only NFL player last season to receive over 100 targets and not record a single drop. That's reliability at its finest. Then there's rookie wideout Jack Beck from TCU, a second-round pick who had just 1 drop in 2024 and only 4 total during his college career. Add in Brock Bowers, who had a 3.9% drop rate last season. While that may not sound elite, consider that many of his passes came from inconsistent quarterbacks like Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. With more accurate throws from Smith, Bowers could break out in his second year. Now, what really makes Geno stand out is his explosive playability. He's not just accurate, he's dangerous downfield. In 2024, Smith ranked 3rd in on-target throws of 20-plus yards and 4th in completion percentage on deep throws. That means he's not just dinking and dunking. He's stretching the field with precision. With a strong supporting cast, elite-level coaching, and deep ball accuracy, Geno Smith is set up for one of the best seasons of his career. And if everything clicks, don't be surprised if he hits the 28 to 30 touchdown mark this season and firmly plants himself in the conversation as one of the NFL's top quarterbacks. Let's keep talking about why Geno Smith could be elite in 2025. And this time, it's about his deep ball and the speed surrounding him. In 2024, Geno ranked 8th in the NFL in success rate on explosive throws, which are defined as passes traveling 20 yards or more downfield. That's top-tier production in one of the hardest areas of the game. And now, the Raiders are giving him weapons to make those plays more often. Las Vegas has built a receiving core loaded with speed. Trey Tucker, Dante Thornton Jr., and Tommy Mellott. All three of them have recorded 4.4 speed or better. Add those deep threats to precision pass catchers like Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, and Jack Beck, and you get the perfect mix of explosiveness and efficiency. This fits perfectly into Chip Kelly's offensive philosophy, which emphasizes two key things: explosive plays and overall efficiency, with deep threats stretching the field and sure-handed receivers working the short and intermediate areas. This offense gives Geno everything he needs to thrive. And let's not forget, Geno Smith led the NFL in deep passing touchdowns back in 2022, his first year with PeteCarroll. He threw 14 touchdowns of 20-plus yards, more than any quarterback in the league that season. Now, he's stepping into a similar offensive system, but this time it's in Las Vegas, with Chip Kelly and a revamped Raiders offense. There's every reason to believe that Geno can replicate, or even surpass, that deep ball success in year one with the Raiders. Now let's talk about protection, because Geno Smith dealt with major pressure in 2024. He was under pressure on 38.5% of his dropbacks, which ranked 31st among NFL starting quarterbacks. That kind of constant pressure forced him to release the ball quickly, in just 2.28 seconds on average, one of the fastest in the league. Despite the chaos around him, Geno still delivered strong performances, especially on deep throws. It's impressive when you consider that he played an entire season under pressure levels similar to what Patrick Mahomes faced in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. Mahomes was pressured on 38.1% of his dropbacks in that game, and we all remember how difficult that made things for even the best quarterback in football. So what happens now that Geno steps behind a much-improved offensive line? The Raiders might not have an elite unit yet, but their depth and flexibility give them top 12 potential. Even an average line would mark a big improvement for Geno, and that could make a massive difference in both his production and consistency. And when the pocket is clean, Geno shines. We'll break down his clean pocket efficiency and even more advanced metrics in the next segment. Let's take a closer look at how Geno Smith performs when he has time in a clean pocket. And these numbers don't include garbage time or play-action passes, which makes them even more valuable. In those clean pocket situations, Geno ranked first in explosive play rate, third in on-target throw percentage, fifth in completion percentage over expectation CPOE, eighth in overall success rate, 13th in EPA per dropback, expected points added. At worst, he ranked 13th in any of these categories. That level of consistent top-tier production is the definition of an elite NFL quarterback, especially when you remove inflated stats from play action and garbage time. The takeaway is simple. Give Geno Smith time, and he'll carve up a defense. Here's something Geno Smith has never had in Seattle: a schedule packed with indoor games. In 2025, the Raiders will play 12 of their 17 games in domes or indoor stadiums, and only 5 games outdoors. Compare that to his Seahawks career, where he played the majority of his games outdoors. In outdoor games with Seattle, 43 touchdowns, 31 interceptions, 89.7 passer rating, in 25 outdoor starts. But in indoor games, and remember, all of those were road games, Geno's numbers tell a different story. 30 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, 110.8 passer rating, that's elite-level production indoors. Now imagine Geno putting up those numbers in 12 dome games as the starting quarterback of the Raiders. That shift alone could be the key to unlocking another level in his career. Yes, stats are important, but quarterbacks are ultimately judged by wins. And Geno Smith delivers in that category too. Over the past 3 seasons, Geno ranks 6th in total quarterback wins, trailing only Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes. That's elite company. Durability plays a role, and Geno has stayed healthy. But he's also produced consistently and done enough to help his teams win. In fact, when Seattle averaged at least 4.0 yards per carry over the last 3 seasons, Geno went 21-10. That's a winning formula. Speaking of the run game, the Raiders used the number 6 overall pick on Ashton Jeanty, a player already viewed by some as a potential top 5 NFL running back. If Jeanty even hits the 4.0 yards per carry mark, it will likely mirror the formula that helped Geno thrive in Seattle. But with this offensive line and coaching staff, there's reason to believe Jeanty can do even more, and that will only make Geno more effective. Geno Smith is still one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league, but in 2025, with a better offensive line, explosive receivers, a high-potential run game, and a schedule stacked with indoor matchups, he has a real chance to make the leap from solid starter to elite quarterback. And for the first time in a long time, RaiderNation has a quarterback worth getting excited about.